Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody here to X Sports Live. It's been a while since we've been on air here, Dusty and I, and got some severe weather going on in the area.
Yeah.
Dusty, you got
I got Big Fred on.
You got Big Fred, our boys next door here at Tennessee Valley Weather. You just drove through.
I just drove through a little bit of it. People in Murray County, right now, be safe. If you're watching us, you need to probably be watching the weather. Yeah, props to our guys across the hallway, though, what they do for us and all the surrounding counties and keeping everybody safe and weather alert. So hats off to Big Fred, Ben, and Kelly, and the rest of the team.
Yeah, those in Mount Pleasant, our friends from Loretto who made the drive over there.
Sure.
Looks like what is hitting is north of them.
Yeah, and Fred just said it was actually moving out of Murray County, going into Marshall County, so maybe they'll get a little break.
Yeah,
and
our friends of Marshall County, not that
Yeah, not
watching
sure.
us right now. Hope you guys are okay. Just be safe. Most important thing is don't do anything stupid. This isn't, you should be driving through if you don't absolutely have to do it. So be smart about it, and we just hope everyone's safe. Well, Dusty, we've been busy. Everybody here at the X Sports Network, as you can tell, Hayden's calling the game right now.
Kevin's gone.
Kevin's at Mount Pleasant. We don't know the status of that game right now. So we've been pretty busy. It's district tournament time, and had a couple baseball ones wrap up. Let's start first with over there at Loretto. Mustangs took care of business again. They're district champions. I think that's like 9 in a row.
Something like that.
It's something like that. They've won that many district titles in a row, or 8 of the last 9. I heard someone talking about it the other night, but they're district champions again. They're going to get the host in the region. Summertown's going to join them, so both of our teams staying alive here, at least for 2 more guaranteed games.
Yes. Hats off Loretto. Put together another great season. Summertown doing the same thing. I expect to see at least one of the teams make a little run here. Possible 2. Don't know which one. Got some pretty good competition they're going to be facing. So, they got to bring their A game.
Yeah, certainly. I know. Let's take a look at probably shouldn't. Been watching documentary. I went into the O.J. Simpson trap today, which is bad.
Oh.
Going down that rabbit hole. I've listened to one darn podcast.
And then there you go.
We went down the rabbit hole, so we'll take a look at their region tournament. Just give me a second. Scroll down. Here we go. So Summertown's got Forest. That game will be Friday. And Loretto's got Cannon County. Here's the thing. Summertown has played Forest twice this year. Won both games, home and away. One of them was pretty high scoring at Summertown. Loretto's going to host Cannon County. Not the strong, we don't know what you're getting with these teams.
You don't.
We at least know a little bit with Forest. We've seen them play Summertown a couple times. You don't know what you're getting with Cannon County. You don't want to say, this is going to be an easy district to go up against because they can come out here, be a completely different team. But, this is shaping up pretty good for these 2 teams to maybe be going to the sub-state.
Yes, it does. Yes, it is. I'm excited for them. they're going to meet up in the championship game.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Well, the way these things work out, if you win the first two,
You're
you're
in.
in.
Yeah.
It's they might meet up in that championship game. The loser hopefully wins. They go to a sub-state. That means one of the two would be hosting in the sub-state. We haven't seen that.
There's still a lot of baseball left to be played, possibly in Lodretta or Summertown.
Yeah, which is it's a good problem to have.
It is.
It's a good problem. Now to the side that we've seen play a lot here recently, Lawrence County advanced into their first region tournament since 2021, and played a really good tournament. Had one bad first inning against Tullahoma, which is why that they're still going to the region. But if they would have won, would have possibly been hosting the region. But it's going back to Tullahoma again. Tullahoma. Good. Watch Moana today again. I'm all over the place, man. There's nothing wrong with me, I promise people mentally. Tullahoma. You know how many times I've watched Moana in the last couple of days? So I'm Tullahoma.
Wow.
It's like everyone's watching the meltdown happen in front of their eyes over here.
Yeah.
Going to Tullahoma again. So they got Upperman. And Tullahoma has DeKalb County. They've had to move everything up a day because of DeKalb County's graduation, which, looking at the weather, it's not looking good.
I don't think they're going to play baseball tomorrow. That field holds water. We didn't talk about that over there. So, but I want to go back into that game the other night. Lawrence County, just in the district tournament, Lawrence County's put on this phenomenal run here. But they showed out against a really good Giles County team. Giles County's full athletes. And I want to say something else. I seen a post. I think Coach Wright posted it. Me and you've talked about it a little bit. They won 4 ball games last year.
Yeah.
They won 22.
Yeah.
Folks at home, whether you're playing high school baseball, major league, it don't matter. When you go from 4 to 22, that is phenomenal.
Especially when the schedule has been relatively the same.
Yes. They started out, we had the first game against Lodretta, 1-0 game between Daniel and Isaiah, just a pitching duel. Then they go to Florida, and then you kind of seen what we had. So hats off to Coach Wright and his crew. I mean, that is just, that's just amazing what they've done.
Absolutely. It's so special to watch what they've been doing. And I mean, like you said, 4 wins. I was actually going to say that. 4 wins to 22. Almost the same group of guys. Whatever Coach Wright has done, they've bought in. They're believing in it. They've gotten better as the season has progressed.
Sure.
They have one kind of 8-9 game stretch where they just didn't play good.
And you're going to get that. I don't care what level of baseball.
Yeah, that's baseball.
Yes.
That happens. They could have more wins.
Sure.
It did. And not that it really hurt them in the long run because of how well they played in the district tournament, just one loss. And, really, it was one bad inning, one at the bottom of the third, and everything else after that, it was pretty much dominated by Lawrence County. They left 7 on base. So they had their opportunities from there, but 4 wins to 22, you're in the region tournament. Anything at this point is winnable.
Yes. We said it last week, and we're going to say it again tomorrow if they play. It starts over. It's all scratch.
Right.
Everybody's 0-0, and you bring your A game.
And you're guaranteed only 2 games.
Yes. Only 2 games, that's it.
And you look at it this way, and in kind of a way it does set up well when you think of the pitching. I know Lawrence County threw Kaysen. That's their ace. They threw him on Monday, which they should have eliminated the game. He was ready to go. I know it was a quick turnaround, and he did great. And he went up against a good pitcher and Kilpatrick. So, you have plenty of options for Thursday. Then you get a day off. And then you turn it around, and you might have to play 2 on Saturday.
Right. And with this weather, you actually may get Kaysen an extra day.
Yeah, exactly.
If they don't play tomorrow.
So this could shape up pretty well for them. They pretty much, outside of Kaysen, had their whole pitching staff available for Thursday.
Sure.
And then, if it goes with the ways things have been going, they've only been using 1 or 2 pitchers a game during this district tournament.
I'm sitting there thinking, Cade Short through a gym.
5 1/3, 40 pitches. They have 2 basemen.
Man, there's guys that throw 40 pitches in an inning. You know, or 2 innings.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing. You know, we talk. You know, and I don't want to take anything away from other teams around here, but we do cover Lawrence County so much. These freshmen,
Special.
we talked about them the other night. I'm gonna talk about them now. They're doing their job.
Yeah.
You know, we always talk about when you get the opportunity. Just get an opportunity. You leave it all out there. And that's what they're doing. You know, I said it the other night. You know, we got a freshman closer. If you want to look at it that way, Logan Mace.
And he comes in and he just mows through everything.
Yeah, it's just not a care in the world. I love it. Just goes out there and throws the baseball. It's just, you know, but props to our young kids, our young guys. They got great leaders on the field, though. We got a huge class of upperclassmen, but they're leaders. I just, you know, I'm just proud of them.
I mean, you look at all 3 of our teams in this county. They've got, you know, Summertown is, you know, Grayson at the top of that order. Jackson Bennett's been good.
He has.
Coming off an injury. You got Keegan McCaffrey, who's the fastest worker of all of baseball, and he can be effective. They got a couple guys.
They got the Stags kid who's been playing really well as a senior.
They've got speed on the base pads,
Yes.
and that speed's starting to hit the ball off the wall, which is something special. I mean, they're kind of they've been clicking kind of. They didn't start off great, but they've really kind of about third of the way through the season. Just they played a lot of games. There's a lot of experience there. You look at Loretto. Those 3 pitchers, and, you know, Daniel, Tidwell, and Seymour. Then you've got Thompson, you got Springer, you got Laxon coming out of the bullpen. We're talking a deep pitching staff, and then you look at what Lawrence County has developed. Kason Smith, great starter. Isaiah coming out at number 2. You can throw Andrew Kidd has gotten better. He didn't have a great start, but he's gotten better. You could certainly start him on Thursday if you wanted to.
You could start him on Thursday.
There's a lot of options.
You got Truitt,
and
you got Caden.
and everyone's pretty much rested outside of Kason.
Yeah.
You know, they've thrown an inning.
We threw 7 kids out there right now that could go throw to tomorrow.
Absolutely. And, you know, they probably have the best offense of anyone in the district.
Right.
Looking at the stats and looking at every game.
Top to bottom?
Yeah. Looking at every game that I've watched. I mean, the offense for Loretto, the offense for Summertown. I mean, we could have 3 teams in the sub-state, which makes us really busy, but like I said, that's a great problem.
That is a great problem to have, and that's what we want.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So moving on to the softball side of things, is got Lawrence County playing right now. They're at Giles County. They won big yesterday. Let's see what the score is. They're down 4-0 here at the top of the 4th. So hey, let's hope they make a comeback, stay alive, go to play the next day. You got Summertown is in the championship bracket. Loretto and Mount Pleasant. I don't know if they're going to get that game in today because of all this weather that literally.
It's going to be tough for them because I mean we didn't hit the meat of the bad weather yet.
And Kevin was literally going to produce it out of his truck and right center field out there, and he said it's going to be our first mobile truck unit, our first truck. Like you see outside of the big stadiums on Saturdays and whatnot.
Kevin, I'm going to speak just for the big guy here. I miss you, buddy. I feel like I hadn't seen you in like 2 months. And if people at home don't know, me and Kevin like to go back and forth. We have a good time. But I do miss Kevin.
Yeah, we miss having him in here.
Yes.
And plus, you know, I don't have to get up and go and change him into commercials.
Who does Crash? Is he still part of the team?
You know, Crash is playing this sport called tennis. Just kidding. I'm more making fun of Crash.
We're making fun of Crash.
I'm not making fun of tennis at all. I'm making fun of Crash. He came in here the other day. I mean, it looked like the first time his skin had seen sun in like 2 years. I mean, just bright red. He even had like the sunglass tan on there.
That boy Sam.
I mean, like Sam, I was like, Crash, those kids in Summertown will whip you right now.
Yeah.
That's a dynasty over there.
Yeah,
They're pretty darn good over there.
They are.
At Summertown. So no, it wasn't a shot at tennis. It's a shot at Crash.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, we haven't seen Crash in a while. We will.
We will. We're getting to we'll see him here in the next couple of weeks.
Unfortunately,
We'll have to run him off.
Not yet.
Not
He's
yet.
actually going to be an employee here. God help us.
There's another one getting paid in here. I am. Can't even get a hat.
You can't.
Can't even get a hat, Ben.
That's next door.
He's next door. Just saying I can't get a hat. Had 2 guys come to me, Bobby Brewer, the other night. here I am calling games, sitting here with my guy, and these guys got 2 brand new Explorers hats. I ain't got one. I'm back to the redheaded stepchild. It's not you this time, Kevin.
So, anyways, Lawrence County's playing. Loretto's supposed to play Mount Pleasant. More than likely, it's going to be Loretto, Summertown again. They'll advance to the region. And I hope Lawrence County can make the comeback here. But, Loretto and Summertown are strong. They've continued to be strong. They've kind of dominated that district.
They have.
Now they'll have to move on to the next round in the region. And Summertown just keeps rebounding, eroding, retooling, doing everything. Greg Burleson has made a dynasty.
He has a dynasty up there, if you can call it that.
Yeah, and Loretto's got better. They've got talent.
Loretto's not far.
Wow. They challenge. I mean, shoot, they've got a girl that just got named into the all-freshman A-Sun team in Briley Dover, so they can make talent. That's another thing I want to talk about here. You've got Briley Dover, Haley Jones, who are doing a great thing for UNA softball. They're playing right now. Florida Gulf Coast in the A-Sun tournament. I mean, 2 starters right here in Lawrence County doing big things. They just had Macy Burdishaw, Georgia Land, who just graduated a year ago. So they're doing big things. You got Hannah Lindsay, who was just named the Conference Freshman of the Year for UT Southern.
Out of Summertown. That's what I'm saying. We were just talking about. It's not just the guys.
No, it's the girls.
It's the girls too. It's just unbelievable, to be right here in Lawrence County as a whole and seeing what kind of athletes we're. And these are student athletes. These are kids who keep the grade point average up, and they're going to play at the next level in their sport. It's amazing.
It's fun to watch. It's fun. I know we're kind of far from it, but we've kind of watched some. You've been here obviously longer in the county than I have.
Sure.
It's kind of fun watching these kids grow up. I was at Logan Boswell's signing.
I was going to ask you about that. He invited both of us. Of course, I was working to be there.
I'm sorry for everyone, for my 2-year-old. CJ was great all day, and all of a sudden the prayer came, and all of a sudden the 2-year-old came out. So he started singing "Bingo Was His Name-O" at the top of his lungs. So I apologize to everyone who was at that signing today. I felt bad I had the dash because, I didn't want my 2-year-old to distract from, the happy moments. So I got my video and bolted because, I didn't want,
But congrats to Logan. Hard work has really paid off for him.
Absolutely. And he gets to play right next door. We get to watch him.
Great program.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand. It's not like we're just going. That's not a small program.
No.
It's big time.
He's got a chance to play right away too. They graduated.
They graduated. They graduated like 7 or 8 guys.
It's more than that.
Well, just the everyday players, role players. Some props to Logan. I have no doubt he's going to go over there and really do well.
So excited to see what all. I mean, it's kind of hard to name when Clint Seymour's going to Columbia State, Carter's going to.
Yeah, we got
so many.
We got people going everywhere. It's just so many. And like I said, and I take it as a privilege for myself to get to call a lot of these athletes.
It's a lot of fun. It's a special. And also, before we go to break here, so we got an update on the swag challenge. Loretto has stepped up.
I haven't got it yet, but we have been busy. They've been playing ball. So Nick Moore, if you're watching, I am expecting my swag package from you within the next couple of days because I know it's there. And hey, Orange County, Summertown,
Mount Pleasant, Collinwood,
whoever's watching.
Whoever, we'll take it from Marshall County,
Giles County,
Richland. This is a competition.
It's a competition.
Who is going to show out and give us the best swag?
Yes, because the big guy's going to support it.
Yeah,
I'm coming with it.
Okay.
Nice, Jared.
All right, here we go. So the challenge. I hope every school within like a 50-mile radius goes. Man, swag challenge is on, ladies and gentlemen. Loretto, at least on the baseball side, has stepped up. Let's see where everyone else steps up. Coming up next here, me and the big fella got a lot in the NBA. Some surprises going down in the NBA as well. We'll talk about that coming up next on X Sports Live.
This is the X Sports Network.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through Southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
I got some coworkers that live up that way. He just said they just claim mass casualties.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence. A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
All right, well, just text me about her, and I will...
Hey everyone, this is Landon Saunders.
And this is Nate Patterson with Cloud9 Fiber.
We're excited to finally be able to offer Lawrenceburg our blazing fast, reliable, and affordable fiber internet services.
If you're looking for a more reliable and more affordable provider, we at Cloud9 Fiber have you covered.
Plans start at $50 a month, and we can offer up to a gigabit to your home or business.
We are excited to be able to offer your first month of service entirely free. We encourage you to sign up at cloud9fiber.com or by calling 931-201-9098 so we can help you make the switch today.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the auto owner's policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretta, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Okay.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer... Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Live. AJ Good and the big guy Dusty Kaiser back with you again. Let's talk some high school sports. Now it's time to get to the pro side of things. Dusty, do me a favor. Talk for me a little bit.
Yes, sir. I'm right here. The big guy's in the room.
All right.
We good?
Should be. Should be. I didn't know if you were too loud or whatnot. But So I think the biggest surprise, Dusty, of everything that is going down so far here in high school, pro sports, as far as the NBA goes, about the Timberwolves coming out against the Joker and the
I'm loving
champions.
it. Just punch him in the mouth. Anthony Edwards, 22 years old. Don't want to jump on it real or too early, but maybe the best player in the NBA.
Anthony Edwards?
Yes.
I'm hearing we got an echo. Same issue I had the other day. Let's see if this
Minnesota got the defense player of the year, Rudy Gobert. Karl Anthony Towns plays great defense. That whole team plays great defense. And I'm gonna pick on Joker a little bit. Yeah, to be the best player in the league, you're supposed to. You're not supposed to go down 0-2 and not even show up. I'm not saying I'm not saying you can't lose a game, but you got to show up. Jamal Murray's had like 8 points in 2 games, and he gets fined $100,000 for losing his cool and throwing something on the court.
Yeah, I can't believe, and he didn't get suspended for that.
Okay, now we're going to argue here a minute.
Okay.
I had this conversation with more of my good friend, and he was, that's the same thing. He sounds like, well, wait a minute. Jamal Murray's first time he gets in trouble.
Right.
He keeps his mouth quiet.
Okay.
He don't say a lot. He pretty much plays basketball the way it's supposed to be played. I don't think he should have been suspended. People's going to argue with me, and that's fine. That's my opinion. Now, if he'd been known a troublemaker like Draymond or Beverly or somebody like that, I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
And I'm not a fan. I mean, I like him, but I just don't think he should have been suspended. Yeah. He could have fell on. I don't even know that it made it to it. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I just think a suspension was too much. $100,000. Yeah. Now, I understand to those guys, that's just pocket change. Right. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money.
Okay, well, you kind of got me convinced. I'm just not a fan of. I know you're upset, but I don't think throwing.
Absolutely, no, I don't agree with it
because I think that these guys set the precedent for the younger kids.
Say it all the time.
And you're watching him. He's a mild-mannered guy.
Sure.
But the fact that he's throwing stuff.
And there's no excuse. They've got their heads kicked in 2 games in a row. Like I said, he's had 8 points in 2 games, pretty much. Played like garbage. Yeah. Turned the ball over like crazy. He don't turn the ball over a lot. Joker does, but he don't. So frustration sets in, and then your actions. Right. We've all seen it. We've all been a part of it. We've done it. Don't condone it, because I've got a 9-year-old that's sitting on the couch with me watching it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't think he should have been suspended, in my opinion.
Okay. So tonight we got Knicks Pacers. The Pacers should have won game 1. What a crazy game.
Crazy game.
Another illegal screen call in a late game.
Yeah.
It's almost like we have women's college basketball refs out there.
But, how much did I talk about it during the regular season? You don't call it regular season, you're going to call it playoffs?
Or don't call it the whole game until you're right there?
No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
It's a foul, sure.
Right.
But if you ain't called it all year or the whole game, then no, you don't call it.
Or how much we're going to see it in tonight's game, and we're not going to see any whistles.
No. Brunson, bless his heart, he's going to score 45 to even give him a chance to win.
Yeah, just to even get him through that series. By the way, he's Superman to those guys.
He is. And I talked to my buddy about it, and I'm going to get your opinion. Where was that player at in Dallas? Was it the fit?
It sort of was, but he was pretty good. But you get overshadowed from a ball hog like
Luka.
Luka, yeah.
Luka. Mm-hmm.
When Luka's dominating the ball, which you're seeing a better version of Luka with Kyrie, which I'm going to give Kyrie. They play tomorrow night. I'm going to give Kyrie some props. He hasn't been a distraction.
I've had to eat crow.
I've had to eat a lot of crow too. He hasn't been a distraction. He's been a good team player. He's handling public scrutiny and he's not reacting to fans. I guess Dallas, I don't like Mark Cuban. I think he tries to take too much attention away from himself. But he is something about that situation, I think, has to do with Luka, has to do with the people that they put him around him, who are probably more they're good role players and they're,
Sure.
and they're more good locker room guys like do. That doesn't fly here.
No, we're not doing that.
You're going to be a player. You're going to be a good teammate. If not, you've been or maybe Kyrie's just come to the realization,
that's what I'm thinking.
They blame me for the meltdown in Boston. They blame me for the meltdown in Brooklyn. I better be on my best behavior in Dallas or I'm not going to make any more money.
No, and listen, he's young. I mean, he's still got a lot of years left in him.
Yeah.
And listen, he's playing defense.
Yeah. Great defense.
And he's getting... What?
We got to solve this. Hang on. Live breaking
news in the
breaking
Exports.
news. Yo, y'all good in here? No one died? Okay. Hot mic, is everyone okay? From what I just heard?
Was that Kelly that made that crazy noise?
I don't know. Sorry.
We're just double checking that no one. Okay. Dun 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 dun.
All right, folks.
All right, folks. We're all good.
Wow. Whew.
Whew. I mean, I literally thought someone
somebody
was breaking in the
Yeah, I thought
the
I thought
building.
the doors were getting blown off like
Yeah.
tornadoes on top of us.
I thought the.
Sheesh.
Welcome to my life in TV news for all those years. You'd be on set, and then all of a sudden you hear someone make a stupid noise, and you just go, "What? The world is happening."
What just went down?
Someone break in, but anyways, Thunder ahead though, man. But the Thunder are just
Listen.
whew, so stinking good.
And they're not getting props. That's the number one team in the West, seed-wise.
100%.
Listen, Shea Alexander, oh, man. That's the MVP of the league.
No doubt. No doubt. He is.
And they're young. We talk about every sport. I don't care. When you start talking about championships, we always say, they don't have a veteran role.
Right.
They have no presence of locker room, no veterans. They don't have that, and them boys ain't scared of nothing.
Right.
I mean, they're on a big stage.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Luka, Kyrie, you got Dallas, and they ain't backed up.
Not one bit.
They lost a game in the playoffs and lose Minnesota.
Yeah.
We got two teams in the West that are 4-0. Now they're 5. Or they won 6. Minnesota has.
And I think the impressive thing about Minnesota was they won those first 2 games in Denver, and that second game was just.
That was a blowout.
That was a straight butt kicking. Boom, boom.
Yes.
Straight butt kicking.
Joker didn't. That old boy got
Yeah.
that big ogre. Hey there. I just want to now. Can I say, hey, you guys?
Oh, my Lord.
Man.
Wow.
I love it.
I think the Celtics Cavs are kind of a foregone conclusion here.
Boston's going to win the East.
Yeah.
And we talked about it this morning with my buddy, and I think I'm going to ask you the same question. Boston still has to win to get over the hump.
100%. I mean, I think getting to the finals is important because they didn't do that a year ago.
But I don't think it's enough.
You think they got to win?
They got to win it. I think it's win or if they don't win, Tatum and Brown is just going to be a mediocre superstar duo. Man, listen, look at the All-Stars they got.
I mean, I know.
Holiday, Porzingis, which he's soft as Anthony Davis.
Porzingis has actually played pretty good.
He is when he's not hurt. And then you got Horford. He might be as old as LeBron, but he still plays pretty good.
He actually still tries.
Yeah, he does play defense.
Yeah. I think getting to the finals would be big, but it just depends on who is there beside them. Because this version of Denver right now, Boston could beat. But if you get this red-hot Timberwolves team or you get that red-hot Thunder team, but there's so many scenarios. What if it's Thunder Wolves and they go 7? And every game's a knockdown, drag-out, and you sweep or win at 5?
Boston, I think Boston is going to be so fresh going into the finals.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to sweep Cleveland.
Yeah.
And then, then you're going to have Indiana or New York that's going to maybe win 1.
Yeah.
Maybe. They could sweep semis and the finals in the East and be sitting there. I mean, they would have almost 2 weeks rest.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now, other points here in the NBA. I think I've been reading a lot. I've been listening to a lot. Dusty, it kind of looks like the NBA on TNT is going to go. It's going to go away.
And listen, that's the greatest show.
It's the best.
That's the greatest sports show on national TV.
100%.
Across the board. You got, as me and you were talking just the other day, you got the leader in Ernie, and you got Kenny, who knows exactly what he's talking about. You got Shaq, who knows what he's talking about. Chuck does a great job of just being Chuck.
Yeah. I think, and they're all authentic. They all mesh well together.
They do.
They all throw punches and take punches.
They take them, they give them.
And it looks like they legitimately have fun every show.
They do have fun every show. I mean, it was just like last night, you know, Shaq, they're over there singing, and Chuck, you know, he's just looking at them like, y'all are morons.
Yeah.
You know, but who picks that up?
It looks like NBC, but here's the problem. And I've heard a lot of discussion, and I love Bill Simmons. I didn't like him so much at ESPN. I thought he was a little too full of himself. I think he's getting humbled. What he started with The Ringer is great, and I've listened to more of their podcast and more of their commentary with those guys than I do anything else sports-wise. But, you know, I want to listen to what he said on his podcast today. But I think there's a larger question when it comes with it, is because they're going to go more than likely NBC. They're not going to get the money that they should get for a major pro league.
Right.
Is what Adam Silver, LeBron, this whole bunch, because ratings are down, attendance is down, interest is down, because it's not about the teams, it's about the individual players, and it's kind of been that way for a while, is what they've done hurt so much fan interest that even these networks are going, you know what, we're good. We've had this for years, but this is too much of a hassle, and we're not getting our return on the investment.
You know, that gives me a headache to think about. But you may be right, AJ. I mean, and that's a shame.
It is a shame.
Because, I mean, I'm sitting here looking at a clip, and I mean, it's Ernie right now. Matter of fact, Ernie is naming Joker. Breaking news, Joker's been named MVP 5 minutes ago. 3 times. 9th player to ever be named MVP 3 times. The NBA itself, if they lose these 4 and what they mean to the game and to people like me and you, because listen, I'm going to be honest, not just right here in Lawrenceburg, across the board, across the nation, people our age hate the NBA.
That's part of the issue here is they're not, you know, we're sports fans, but I watch college basketball in the NBA every day of the week.
Sure.
So there's a lot of reasons behind it, but you know, it's all about player empowerment, and there's nothing really wrong with player empowerment, but to take it to the level where they've taken it, where owners don't have much control, coaches have no control, and they're the first ones to get the boot in these situations. You know, it's just like Darvin Ham is not the problem in LA.
No.
He's not.
Vogel's not the problem. It was in Phoenix. I mean, listen to Chuck.
Yeah.
Just listen to him.
Yeah. These old guys who don't play that well, don't play well together, that's not the coach's fault. The GMs aren't getting fired. They're going out and making one dumb comment after another. They're not the ones getting the boot that made these stinking teams.
No.
That built up the salary cap where even if you cut a guy or trade a guy, you're still eating that money.
And listen, the video's been going around for a week now talking about Darvin Ham. And I'm, you know, of course, everybody's watching those I Can't Stand LeBron. I'm fixing to talk about him real quick. If you've seen the clip, give me the board in the timeout. No, sir, you're not the coach.
Right. Right.
Do you think he does that back in the day? I don't care if it's Chuck Daly, Phil Jackson, Carl from the coach the Jazz.
Yeah, George Karl.
Yeah,
George
Karl.
Sonics and Denver.
Denver. Pat Riley, you think he's going to? Come on.
No, there's one thing to have player empowerment and to let them, but there's another thing where it's like the same thing with the transfer portal. It's the same thing with NIL. Instead of like gradually get it to a point and stop it, we've swung way over here,
yes.
and there's no way you're going to swing it back
You
without
can't.
shutting the door. And now they're finding out the hard way is they're going to sign a deal. It's not going to be worth as much as what it should be. Now all this, you know, when they first signed those first TV deals, that's when all these contracts exploded. Now all of a sudden, you know, some of these teams aren't going to be bringing in great money anymore.
No.
Now that salary cap's going to shrink. Those big contracts are going to shrink. They're going to have to create more rules to make it more budget friendly for these owners and for these organizations.
Because, and then I think about us as fans, we can't go to Memphis and watch a game if this keeps going like this because we can't afford a ticket.
And you literally just took the thought out of my. I can go down to UNA, watch 2 games for $20
Yes.
for me and my son, which is what I did this past year, and had the time of our life. Crowd was great, everybody was great. 2 college basketball games, $20 for an almost 40-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Sure.
That wasn't Kelly that time. Anyways.
No, that wasn't Kelly. But yeah, you can't go to Memphis.
Yeah. No.
And we could drive to Memphis and come back if we needed to.
Yeah.
And we can't afford to get in the gate.
Can't afford it. Everything that goes into it. And to be honest, do you really want to go to Memphis?
No, I don't want to go there anyways.
That was a 2-part question.
Yes.
Do you want to go see the Grizzlies? No. Do you want to go to Memphis?
No. But yes, I mean, so now we're looking at losing 4 of the greatest commentators, your analysts that we've got.
More than likely, they're going to split.
They'll split. Maybe I hope maybe Shaq and Chuck go do their own thing.
Yeah. Ernie has said he's going to stay at TNT because they're getting baseball, or they're going to expand baseball coverage.
Right.
They've still got the NHL.
You know,
I think they're about to pick up college football. I'm not 100% sure on that. So there's a lot of things Ernie can do.
It's just frustrating as a fan to see how bad the NBA really is.
Yeah.
And we're still going to go home tonight and we're going to turn the game on.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
I got Oilers Canucks tonight. That's going to be a good game.
Right. You know, I got Atlanta and Boston tonight. Yeah. So, you know, I don't know. It's just I love watching basketball. Yeah. But it's hard.
It's hard.
And it is the playoffs, so I am going to watch, but it is tough.
So before we go to the break and go start talking about wrestling, is there anything from the draft, since we haven't done a show since the draft, that kind of shocked you a bit, or is there a couple pictures, or there's...
Well, the one I think everybody in America's talked about is Penix. I think that Minnesota done okay. I'll be the first one to say I didn't think J.J. McCarthy was ready for the NFL.
Still not.
I don't think he is, but he evidently, that's why I'm sitting here and I'm not doing that, because they see something.
Right.
He does have a weapon in Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. He does throw well, but, you know, I still go back to that Penn State game where
they didn't even throw the football in the second half.
Took the ball out of his hands.
Sure.
He was not needed to win that game, nor did they. I don't think they really trusted him.
You're right. I don't know if some teams got better. I was hoping to see some kind of crazy trade, and we didn't really see that.
It all kind of, you know, the only real question was, where's Daniels going? Where's May going? I feel bad for May because he's going to New England with no weapons, no offensive line. Not great.
Man,
the Penix thing, like when it happened, I go, okay, well, you're building a backup. You've got an established starter. You're bringing in an experienced backup who's a little raw, but people think's the best true passer, best NFL ready at this moment.
But you also brought in somebody who stays hurt. I mean, he stays hurt a lot.
Both of them stay hurt.
Yes.
And it would make more sense if they would have signed Cousins to a lesser contract.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Less money. Because now think of it this way. This is going to kill your salary cap if you're trying to build a team.
Sure.
Because you paid Cousins all that money. Well, Penix is a first-round pick, so now you got to pay him all.
I think Cincinnati should have done something at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
I don't really know who the backup is to Burrow. I can't remember. But, you know, Higgins is wanting out.
Yeah.
Titans just got Boyd.
Yeah.
So Burrow hadn't played a full season yet.
I mean,
or the one he did play, you know, they made it to the AFC Championship game.
Outside of those top three quarterbacks, I mean, what, Nix went to the Broncos.
Yeah.
Nix, ended up there. I don't know what was available after those
Yeah.
guys for him to go get.
They could have, even if they'd have went and looked at maybe like a Rattler or something just to fill a gap. Kind of anxious to see where San Diego goes.
Yeah.
Wasn't just a huge thing for them.
Well, they didn't have a lot of picks.
Well, that's true. They didn't. I think the NFL is going to be top heavy again. My opinion.
I think we're going to see a lot of the same teams
I'm
were in the playoffs last year.
I'm jumping on a team this year. I'm on a 100. You can write it down right now. May the 8th. That the big guy has got him a team, and I'm going to stick with him for a whole year.
Okay.
I'm going Detroit.
Okay.
I kind of like the direction they're going.
Yeah.
Of course, they got some Alabama boys on there. But I think the NFC is y'all.
Yeah.
In Detroit.
Right.
But there's one team that I feel like has got to show out, and that's Philly.
Yeah, because they're coaches and their quarterback. And
Coach and quarterback's on the hot seat. I know they just signed Jalen to a huge deal, but he laid an egg.
I mean, but they're bringing in Barkley.
They are bringing in Barkley. We'll see what he's.
I still think it's a bust.
I'm not going to argue with that. We've not seen anything really.
Not even a couple. One really good year, and he's been hurt the rest of the time. He's been with the Giants.
I think the AFC may be a little tougher. I hate to even say it, but until you beat the guy, it's hard not to pick him.
Mahomes.
That's just a.
And they filled a lot of needs.
They did fill a lot of needs in the draft. I think that Baltimore picking up Derrick Henry, you know how I feel about him. I think that takes a huge load off Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. If you get the Derrick Henry that they hope they're getting.
If they get that Henry, that could be special.
100%.
And there's one more team that they made a trade this past week or picked up a player, and I'm not saying that it's great, but I think it's enough to maybe turn things around. And they had a heck of a season. They got a great coach, and that's the Dolphins.
Okay. I was kind of thinking the same thing, too. I think it's a big season for Tua.
It's huge.
It has the weapons. I fell in love with that team because of the in-season Hard Knocks.
Yes.
I fell in love with that team.
I fell in love with the team because of the coach. Yeah. Like, I love him.
Yeah, Mike McDaniel is a good, wide-open sort of guy. The Hard Knocks season sold me on them. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of questions around Tua. A lot of questions around the health of that team.
Tons of questions, sure.
Yeah, the D coordinator out of nowhere just left.
He did leave.
It seemed like a good situation for Vic Fangio. You're losing a lot on the D line. They've gotten some back of it, but this is team. The reason why they didn't advance or even win the division because they got hurt. Second half of the season, it was like a laundry list of guys that were hurt.
We didn't know the team. We didn't know that was out there. And before we go, one more team, I think this is going to be a sleeper.
Okay.
And I can't stand the quarterback because he played Ohio State, the Texans.
Yeah, dude, that's everyone's favorite.
That's a lot of people's favorite.
I like them too.
They're winning the South.
Yeah.
Hands down, they're winning the South.
Titans aren't going to do it. Jacksonville's kind of.
The Colts are definitely not going to do it.
The Colts aren't going to do it. Jacksonville's maybe the one team that can challenge them. We don't really know the direction of Jacksonville.
No.
Because their ownership doesn't know how to run a soccer franchise, a wrestling company, or a football franchise.
Team.
So they're so unpredictable.
Yes.
They've got talent. They've
do
got
have
the
talent,
quarterback.
But they've not proven it yet.
Haven't proven it yet.
So yeah.
Coming up next, we're going to be talking some pro wrestling. That is here on X Sports Live.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union?
This
we offer
is
a wealth
the
of
X
services,
Sports
including
Network.
mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great. They're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air, so I don't have to.
Arctic Air. When you need us, we'll be there.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on X Sports Live, here with the big guy and myself here, going to, y'all know our favorite topic, our next to last topic here, going pro wrestling, Dusty. It's been a while since we were able to talk about it. First, let's go to the Backlash pay-per-view.
Hey.
Is that one of the hottest crowds we've ever seen in pro wrestling before?
Ever. Oh, man, them people were wild.
Chanting. Every I mean, the SmackDown the night before it was wild.
Yes, but to open the show, when Kevin Owens come, and Kevin, listen, top-notch performer.
Yeah.
He couldn't get enough of it.
Yeah.
You could tell. Like, he just kept, and they just kept coming. And then when Orton's music hit, that place went crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the most anyone's ever sang his music. And
yes.
Everyone was looking around going, I mean, every performer, like on SmackDown when LA Knight came out, he was looking around like, whoa.
What in the world?
This is different.
And the pop for Cody was just, but it's everybody. I mean, that place was just into it. But that first match, I want to talk about it. Oh, my goodness. We talk about Jim, we talk about Cornette and this and that, but listen, the new bloodline, I love the storyline. Yeah. I really like where they're going with it. So how much longer is Heyman going to be? Like, what are we going to see there?
I don't know where that, well, obviously, he's going to hold out until Roman gets there.
Sure.
And then he's going to go on Roman. So
I feel like he is. I think Roman could be like I guess like a surprise return.
See, we've sort of talked about this because, you got to have Roman come back. Where's Jimmy?
Well, we talked about it at WrestleMania. Yeah. He's hurt.
Yeah.
They really hadn't disclosed his injury.
He's still got to come back.
He's got to come back.
The Rock is making a movie right now.
An MMA movie.
It's if you haven't watched the Mark Kerr Smashing Machine documentary, I mean, Mark Kerr was like one of the original beasts of the young UFC.
Yeah, he was almost bare knuckle.
Yeah. I don't know how well this movie, because there's a documentary about it called The Smashing Machine. I've watched. It's good. It kind of really documents. I don't know how well this movie's really going to document it, because they'll take real stories and Hollywood it up. But The Rock's still got to come back. Roman, Jimmy, they've still got one more guy they got to introduce.
No, they ain't introduced the other guy yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's crazy, you know, and somewhere along the line, Jay's gonna get involved.
Yeah, has to.
You know,
which he is as over as it gets.
I love him.
Yeah.
He plays such a great role.
Right.
You know, and I read today where, you know, they're saying they're gonna put the belt on him. He's got to have the belt.
No doubt.
Does he come and does he save his brother? That's in my mind. Like, is Jimmy gonna come out solo?
They beat up Jimmy and sent him off, and we haven't seen him since he got.
Yeah, like, so is he gonna come out and they're gonna jump on him again? Is that when his brother's gonna come out?
Yeah.
Or is that when Roman comes out?
Man, there's so many storylines because they've got to set up something going into SummerSlam.
Oh, I think SummerSlam
2 months away.
It is 2 months away, but I think that's where we could see Roman.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this whole storyline with the Bloodline. I can't wait to see how it finishes playing
My
out.
biggest fear, and I want your opinion on this, I just don't want this to turn into the MWO where it just got too big. You had too many people.
I don't want to see that at all, and I don't think they'll go that way. Triple H is not going to let that happen.
Because there's got to be a split.
There's got to be a split, and the reason why I think it won't get that big is because they're keeping it family.
Okay, right. There's only so many Samoans in professional wrestling.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty thin.
They're all in the same family.
They're all really from the same family. They really are. There's a nice little video I seen of Jay talking about Umaga as his uncle.
Yeah.
And what he meant to him.
Right.
And it's a pretty good little video.
Because I didn't really know this until I was reading up and watching a couple videos. But you know, Rikishi's their dad.
Sure.
Rikishi wasn't really that good of a dad.
No, and that's where I think a lot of that about Umaga was coming in, is how, because he said it. He said he called him Umaga. He said Umaga was the one who told me and my brother, we got to get y'all ready to get your contract.
Right.
It wasn't their dad.
Right.
So you know, I just think it's really good for wrestling right now. Who knows? Maybe we see a Shield
with Seth and Roman, because Moxley's not coming back. And Moxley's like,
dude, he's a head job.
He might be the clear case of, like, if you watch videos from him back in his WWE days, to listen to him talk then, to how he's talking now, it sounds like a punch-drunk boxer.
Yes.
Just taking too many
glass or fluorescent lights to the head or whatever crap they're doing.
He bleeds in every match.
Yeah.
Every match just turns into a stinking street fight.
Stupid. It's not wrestling.
No, it's
not professional wrestling, anyways.
Which kind of leads me. Well, before we get into that, I don't know what they're setting up with Cody at SummerSlam right now, because you're thinking we still got King of the Ring. Which, hear me out. I think I know who's winning the men's King of the Ring.
All right.
There's only one guy's cut a promo about being in the King of the Ring and winning the King of the Ring.
Gunther?
L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also hear me out. Cody talked about maybe facing him in a title match in his press conference.
I like it.
After Backlash. So are they kind of setting up L.A. Knight to be the King of the Ring?
I like it. I really do. We know it's not.
He has to win a title at some point.
Yes. Which title is it? I don't know. I don't think he wins that belt from Cody this early.
No, I don't either.
I think Cody would go over.
Yeah. And it's also a first babyface match, which because someone's got to turn heel, and that
LA Knight, they're not turning heel. Cody Rhodes will never be heel again.
No, because he said he won't never be a heel.
Yeah.
LA Knight's too over to be a heel.
Yeah. Triple H isn't going to ruin that.
And you're not going to have an awkward fan base out there.
No, and that's why I've loved the whole LA Knight AJ Styles feud, because AJ plays a great heel.
Yeah.
And I just love it. What are they doing the Judgment Day? I mean, what are you going to do with Damian Priest? I mean, I think Jay's going to get that belt from him, I think.
At some point.
At some point. But when we're seeing that thing fall apart,
because I just Damian Priest, I just don't see, and it's nothing against him personally or who he is personally or anything as a wrestler. I just don't see him as a long-term champion.
No. I see him as a worker. I see him as a top superstar.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
That's going to give
his
you.
His promos are getting better.
Yes.
His in-ring work is good.
His in-ring work is really, really good. I think that because I want to see him and Finn.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Okay. Because that's got Rhea's out. Dom is out. Rhea's having wrist surgery. Dom's having elbow surgery.
Yeah. So, and who cares about JD? That dude.
Dude,
that slip up, get punched by Logan Paul was amazing.
And Jey Uso's reaction to, oh man, Uso, can you believe it?
Dude, he hit him.
Yeah, he did.
Knocked the piss out of him.
That was such a great. I showed my wife and she laughed out loud watching because like the camera angle was great and Jay's go, man, Uso.
That old boy got thumped.
Yeah, he did. I mean, they're kind of teasing. They're already teasing the fracturing. It's got to break apart, but you got 3-man Judgment Day. I mean, you still got Imperium that's only got 2 members. They're probably bringing in that Dragunov dude.
Yeah, doing that. I'm kind of anxious to see where they're. And I know we've talked about it live. The whole thing with Ray and Dom. You know, they're going to have another. He's going to come home, and I think that's when Ray's going to go out in the sunset eventually, when Dom finally comes back, because Carlito's turned on him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, we've seen that, so I'm kind of liking that storyline a little bit. I do like those little lucha guys; they do a really good job. But listen, I'm still pulling for Brock and Gunther.
Man, I mean, I just don't. I mean, I want to see Brock come back, but I'm just not seeing where they're going to bring him back.
I think it's going to.
It has to be soon.
It has to be soon, and I really think it's just going to be Monday Night Raw. There's going to be Gunther in the ring, and the music's hitting.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be one of them old Jim Ross moments. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Speaking of rival, man, Drew and Punk.
I'm glad we're talking, dude.
Dude, the way they're shooting all this stuff, and Punk's playing the mind games, and
CM Punk's so good.
He was quote unquote stuck in Hartford.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he really was or not.
Sure.
And hanging out and putting stuff on people's in their offices.
Yeah.
Whatnot, shows up at Hartford. Drew leaves upset. Here comes Punk, like that camera view of him walking in. And Chad Gable chewing out his guys and Punk fist bumping him.
Yeah.
I mean, but the previous night was great because he's up there because they're doing the draft. Punk is up in the luxury suite. Drew goes looking for him, gets a signed picture. Here comes Punk. And then right after Raw this week, Drew's lighting that two Punk's old walkout song.
Yes. I think they're knocking it out of the park with that.
Yeah, that's setting up for SummerSlam.
And listen, Drew's a worker in the ring. Him and Punk will have a good match.
No doubt.
They will have a great match.
Yeah, I just hope Punk doesn't get hurt.
Yes, because Drew does get hurt, and Drew's so strong.
Right. I just hope Punk doesn't get hurt. Drew doesn't get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt, but I think Drew will protect him.
Right.
I don't think he'll get him hurt. I don't. I love what they're doing with Sheamus.
Yeah.
He's come back from injury. Yeah. I've always liked him. You know, just old bruiser. That's real.
Right.
You know, Sheamus is the bar fighter.
Yeah.
You know, but wrestling is just such a great place right now.
Yeah.
I'm loving where they're going with it.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. You know, me and Mason, we talk about it. You know, ball games on Monday. Like, we got to get home and watch the tail end of Raw. You know,
it's getting good.
It is.
SmackDown's been good. I mean, they're producing quality shows. People are tuning in droves. They're selling out everywhere. They're probably going to go a little bit more international because these crowd. I mean, I know we only have one pay-per-view in the States this summer.
Yeah.
It's in Cleveland for SummerSlam. But man, all these international crowds, like that whole European tour.
That was amazing.
All those crowds were hot.
Hey, let me know. And this is I guess you could say it's in the States, but I love watching it when they do the troops.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the USO matches.
Yes, those are always good. But we didn't talk about Strowman's back, and they're bringing Eric Rowan back.
Yeah.
That's going to be That's gonna be an emotional night for Eric Rowan.
Yeah, no doubt.
Losing 2 of his best friends like he did, you know. I seen a video about Bron, and he was talking about that, and he was emotional. Yeah. Those guys, that's what people don't realize. You know, those guys are friends like me and you.
Yeah.
You know,
especially when they put them in those factions and they travel.
They ride in rental cars together. They do everything together. It's not no different from us going to games together. Right. You know, we're sitting in the car, we're talking, doing all this stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to see where they're going with that, and to bring in Bo, let him be Uncle Howdy. You know, because he's been struggling. Yeah. So I think it's great that Triple H is going that route.
But he's going to get a faction. I think we've already kind of seen the people are going to be in it, but that's going to be fun. I mean, Triple H's direction is doing well, which kind of leads me to the other company. You're going to wear a neck brace because you took a dumb move that they really didn't do well on you. Like, why flip and drive a guy, do a pile driver when you barely smacked him on the rear end on the way down? And then you go on TV, you're wearing a neck brace. How many people have you seen in a neck brace that does this?
Not a one.
Not one. But no, everyone knows it. Everyone knows it's fake, and you're keeping kayfabe. But sell it a little better.
Yes.
And then on top of that, number one, saying you're Pepsi and saying the WWE is Harvey Weinstein, which, by the way, it's Pepsi and Coke, Tony.
Yes.
Pepsi's not in competition with Harvey Weinstein.
No.
Harvey Weinstein's not running the movie company anymore. Just like Vince McMahon is not running the WWE anymore and hasn't ran it in a very long.
Well, he don't even have any stakes in it anymore. He sold the last little bit out a couple weeks ago.
Exactly. It's just,
at my point, just get off TV. Yeah. Just shut up. I don't even like your athletes you got, really. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't even watch it. I just turn the channel.
It's just not worth it anymore. I mean, I watched what they do on Saturday, Collision. It's just like they do a couple backstage, like, you know how WWE will do like some backstage stuff, but it rolls into the story.
Sure.
And now they're trying to do this whole Young Bucks and turn them into the NWO. I mean, those two guys walked in here right now. Me and you could take them easily.
Yeah, they're
easily.
And that's what I don't like about them is he's trying to turn these factions into things that should never be duplicated.
No. And the ratings approve. You see those guys on the screen, people click away.
Yes. And like, you know, my TV's one of them. Like when it's on, I'm not watching.
There's a couple guys I watch, and there's a couple guys I'm excited to watch what they do, and they do have some talent over there. Is their overall matches better than WWE's? Some would say, yeah. I think they do way too much dumb stuff. Are they more exciting? Yes, but you know, you've got so and so going against so and so. There's no build. It's just randomly thrown together. They haven't cut promos on each other. They don't even build to it in the show. They throw them out there. Right. Yeah, they put on a good match, but what does it lead to? Is so-and-so going to get a title shot? Is this going to lead to so-and-so feuding with somebody else? No, it's like AAU basketball. It's just pick up, play a couple games, go home. You know, attendance is down, ratings are down, pay-per-view, they've lost 2 international networks and lost a streaming partner as far as pay-per-views go. I mean, I don't know how anyone can watch that, see what's going on, and not go, okay, we need to overhaul some things.
Sure.
Yes, let's crash, let's go to the bottom, let's build ourselves back up, because this is just not going well.
But I think it's so far to hand now that, you know, they want to turn it into like the Monday Night Wars. Not a chance.
No, it's not worth it.
No.
They're on Wednesday night. It doesn't make sense.
But I feel like that's what he's trying to build. Yeah. He's trying to build like that brand, and he's not a WCW brand.
And the difference is, do you know that they're making a Who Killed WCW
documentary?
Yeah, 4-part series. It's on Vice. Because, you know, they've just wrapped up the latest season of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yes.
It's going to be followed by, it's a 4-part Who Killed WCW
that's going to be amazing.
series. So, I'm really,
I can't wait to see that.
I'm really excited about it. It's The Rock's production team, but is doing it. But they've interviewed all the players, except for Ric Flair. I'm saving that for my rant here in a couple minutes. 3-parter of my rant here in a couple minutes. But it's you know, when WCW was taking shots at WWE, they were almost even with them. And then they took them over, and they were still taking shots. And they got all these people, they got this hot angle while WWE was building things and just slowly catching up. And when they just couldn't, turn other stories and build up more people, WWE just passed them.
And if, before we go, like if you think about it, I remember watching it the night this happened. And now we're talking about him running the show. But the night Triple H was driving the tank, that was the night.
Yeah, which is crazy because they were in the same city or the same area.
Same
they were
area.
The Virginia Beach area. One
Sure.
was in Norfolk and the other one was in Hampton. I can't remember where they were, but the same area, which is like, okay, who scheduled the Monday Night Wars? Who scheduled two buildings within driving distance of each other?
But
they were asking for somebody to go prank the other company.
And
WWE took the bait.
Done it, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And it's I can't wait to watch that series.
Oh, it's gonna be.
I've read a couple books or listened to a couple books while working out about the death of it, and it's and I just can't wait to see what they do with it. Which somebody's not having any of it, and he's really upset he wasn't interviewed about it. But so we're in the final segment here, so we're done with our wrestling talk here. So time to get in the rants. So
mine's gonna be short. My rant is I have been very disappointed in some of the ways I have been seeing young kids act on a ball field.
Okay.
Very unsportsmanlike, just not good teammates, just no 9, 10-year-old kid should ever point at another kid that misses a ground ball.
Right.
And be like, he didn't catch it. No, sir. No, sir, not at all. We all want to win. I get it. Nobody wants to lose. But we're 9 and 10-year-old. We got pitchers that we got some pitchers that throw really hard, throw strikes. And then we got some pitchers, and not just our team, across the board. And you got some pitchers who do have a hard time getting to the plate.
Right, because they're 9 and 10 years old.
Yes, and talking and seeing some of these kids that are, we're going to see 9 and 10-year-old kids eventually having arm issues, or by the time they're 13, 14 years old, they can't even throw it.
Right.
But just if there's anything I could say for people listening, watching, whatever, try to coach your kids. I don't care if it's basketball, baseball, football, it don't matter. Coach your kids to have sportsmanship.
Right.
It's not about them. It's a team. You're on a team. If you want to be an individual, go play tennis or go play golf.
Yeah.
If you're playing a team sport, it's about the team. I don't care, AAU, high school, Kyle Ripken, it don't matter.
Right.
You're a team.
Yeah. And instead of pointing the finger, go pick your teammate up.
Go pick him up, take your glove, smack him on the butt and say, hey, buddy.
Get him next time.
Get him next time.
Yeah. It's a game of failure. Every game's a game of failure. Go back and get them next time. You're going to get the next ground ball, and you're going to make the play.
And it starts at this age.
Right, right.
And then it just carries on as you get older. And that's kind of where I was going with the whole leadership thing I see with Lawrence County High School baseball.
Yeah.
We got leaders.
Yeah.
Somebody makes a bad play, somebody makes an error. Hey, it's all right, man. We got you.
Exactly.
And I just, that's been on me a little bit. Past couple of weeks, I've been seeing a few things, and it's just not good.
Right.
Yeah. And I just feel like, as a parent, as a coach, as a whole, we could do better in coaching that.
Right. So my rant's kind of a three-parter. Sorry, our group text is blowing up right now, and some things kind of going down, and got a three-parter here. The first one is kind of dealing with kids' attitudes, and it's a time of year And, you know, I was at Logan Boswell signing today. Good for him. UT Southern got a good kid, and I think they know they got a good kid. But, you know, it's a message for all kids that, you know, there's not a darn thing wrong with signing at a UT Southern. Why? Because there's talent and there's good basketball everywhere you go. Just like it's not bad to sign with the Columbia State. It's not bad to sign with the UT Martin or UNA or whoever the community college. I can't remember the name of the community college in Florence. They've got baseball now. We've got a couple area kids.
Well, you got Motlow over in Tullahoma.
Yeah, all of the, you know, Vol State, all the other teams around here. My message is for all the kids here. If someone is offering you, and that's your only offer, and if you're truly serious about playing at the next level, take it. Because who knows what that could go into. You might think you're above it. You're not, because you're going to get to that level and realize just how good some of these kids are. I played in an NAIA in a D3 school, and I was amazed every day I went to practice, watching some of these guys, how they go about their business, how skilled they are, how talented they are. Some of the guys I faced pitching-wise that were throwing in the mid to high 90s in the NAIA level. There's great players. There's great pitching everywhere. If you're good enough, the people are going to find you.
Yeah, and here's the thing, not to step, but like, just because somebody's in an NAIA and he's throwing in the mid-90s, it's not that he wasn't good enough. They probably done gave out all their spots before he got there.
Right.
It's not his fault. It's not the team's fault.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we talked about a kid from Giles County, Turner, going to play at Cumberland, playing football.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. You get a chance to play college ball. Take advantage of
Go
your
play
opportunity.
college ball.
Because in my view, and this is just someone who's been covering sports for now 20 years this month, and from playing college sports, playing high school sports, being around a bunch of different guys, you know, I had offers to play college football, 4 different schools, 2 D1 offers, 2 D2, all 4 walk-ons. I didn't want to play football. Wasn't serious enough about it. It was probably my best sport, but I wasn't serious enough about it. I was serious about baseball, so I got an opportunity and I took it. If you're truly serious and you really want to play at the next level, take whatever is given to you, because you never know what's going to come out of it.
You get hurt.
And you are never bigger than any place ever.
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 I don't care how good you are.
If you got the offers, you got the ability, and if you're really serious about playing this, take it. Believe in yourself, and especially if you say you go to a JUCO, you're good enough. Those other schools are going to find you. They're going to sign you. Not only are you going to have an experience of being a college athlete, well, you're going to get an education out of it at the same time, and that's going to propel you for everything in life. So you're never above any opportunity.
No.
Just ask anyone that's played at JUCO. Oh, David Weathers.
Motlow.
You know, Brad White, former Orange County head coach. Motlow ended up at Freed Hartman at a really good program. I played against them. They whipped our tails 2 out of 3 games. We got lucky to beat them once.
Yeah, I just, you know, as a kid, you know, that's what your goal is, to play at the next level. I don't care where it is.
Doesn't matter. Get your opportunity, especially if that's the only
only
offer you got. Take it. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But at least you tried.
At least
you're
absolutely
serious about it. That's the way to go. My second one. I know he's on some Mount Rushmores. We got to talk about Ric Flair.
Dude.
Did you see that video?
I've seen parts of it. I ain't seen all of it.
That's why he's not on my Mount Rushmore, because he is tarnishing his legacy.
He is.
And what I was alluding to is when the promos started coming out for Who Killed WCW, they didn't interview Flair. Flair went off on social media saying it's a farce. He was the biggest star in that company. And then you see that video of him getting drunk at some pizza bar, wherever, and the people cutting him off while the sun is still out, because you could hear his speech and he was going crazy. He was dressed as Ric Flair, whatever. You knew who that was. That's why they didn't interview him. And he is tarnishing his legacy every day because, yeah, he lived his gimmick, great, but look at him now.
He's 75 and
75, alone in a bar, broke in daylight, and no one's going to take him. No one there to take him home.
No.
None of his family's around him because they know he's a hot mess. I mean, his own son-in-law, Conrad Thompson. I see the way he talks about him on social media. He literally said, "I will never do another podcast with him." He's kind of talking trash about him a couple days ago. That's his father-in-law. He married his daughter, and he don't want anything to do with it.
And I mean, look, Charlotte is kind of pulled away.
Yeah, and you can't blame him. They've given him every opportunity.
Every opportunity.
I mean, your son died because he acted like you.
Sure.
Yeah.
That would make you want to stop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, do you really? I mean, in a way, it's like, well, yeah, they probably should have interviewed Ric Flair for this, but if you listen to any of his latest episodes of his podcast, the truth is here. Where Ric Flair thinks that truth is here. Earlier podcasts, they were pretty even.
Right.
Like he was.
Yeah,
he's going to tell his version of the events, but there's a lot of truth in it. But now it's just.
And he wasn't the biggest star.
No, he wasn't the reason why they started beating WWE in the ratings. I hate to say that. It just,
I mean, there was multiple.
Yeah.
And it wasn't Ric Flair.
Yeah. It's the NWO, it was Hogan, it was Nash.
I mean,
it was
yeah.
Hall,
You talk about it, man. It was Hogan,
they made
Nash, Hall.
They made a lot of money embarrassing.
And the one that we talk about it's under, we call him the Icon, but it's Sting.
Yeah. 100%, man. You get 17 months.
And what's that other guy's name? It went like 77-0. His name's Goldberg,
Goldberg. Yeah. We could, could you write the story of WCW without Ric Flair? No. But the most successful part of WCW without Ric Flair?
Absolutely.
Probably. I mean, you have to mention that they beat him up a bunch, but
yeah, I mean,
but you can mention that you could go through it without mention. And
Sure.
I hate to say that.
No, but you're right. Because the Horseman wasn't there anymore.
No. Arn retired pretty much.
Yep, Tully was gone.
Yeah, Tully was a head case and thought he was better than what he
Wyndham
was.
had gone.
Yeah, Wyndham's gone. Luger was kind of an afterthought.
Yep.
Just is what it is. So my final part is, I don't know if you've seen this story of the preacher and his wife that committed suicide. It's all over social media. John Paul Miller is his name.
I haven't seen anything.
So, yeah, look it up. I'm sure your wife knows about it. And, not to sound sexist or anything,
Right.
but a lot of people are obsessed with it. I'm sort of obsessed with it. And it's just my kind of warning to not just to preachers, but just to everybody, especially in today's day and age. What you do in the dark, always come out to light. Because if you look at some of the sermons, a lot of people have found stuff in the sermons. It's pretty much alluding that there was a lot of abuse, and enough abuse that she found it beneficial for her not to be on this earth anymore. A mother, not to be around her kids anymore.
Sure.
Because this guy, more than likely 100%, drove her to that place.
To that place.
It's not just a message for preachers, even though it sort of is. Guys, what you do in the dark comes out the light. Make sure what you're preaching is what you're walking.
That's fact.
It's fact. And I've watched one too many documentaries about guys in some of these big churches and even small churches, because it's all over Dateline, it's all over 20/20, 48 hours of guys who preach this. They preach the word, they preach all these things, and they act like the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be that guy, because
Right.
what you do in the dark, I mean, even back in the day when we didn't have social media, we didn't have all these things.
They still come out.
Always come out. Why? Because I believe in karma, because karma is biblical, because it says it in that book you're supposed to read every day. What you do in the dark comes out in the light. You will get exposed. And trust me, no one's ever ready when they get exposed.
That's fact.
So that's just my warning. It's not just for preachers, even though it sort of is.
Right.
It's for everybody.
Everybody.
Watch what you do. If you're going to be holier than thou, you better be walking holier than thou. And trust me, nobody is.
Right.
We've all sinned, fallen short of the glory of God. That's like throwing stones at glass houses. I'm never going to be that kind of person.
Absolutely
because I'm, sports-wise, yes, because that's kind of what we do.
Sure.
We're allowed to be critical, but at the end of the day, it's not, I'm not attacking someone's character. I'm just attacking what they do on a court, field, ice,
Whatever.
yada, yada, yada. But, who has doubt, help me out. He who has not sinned, throw the first stone.
Right.
No one in this town, in this state, in this country, in this world can throw the first stone.
Absolutely.
So
true facts.
Just is what it is. So that's it here for Exports Live. Another fun episode.
Yes,
Just
it was.
Being the big guy, having a good time.
That's it, doing our thing.
Doing our thing. And hopefully we'll get home in time before
The second
Kelly
round.
decides to scream again.
Scream in our ear or whatever.
That was scary. So for Dusty Kaiser, the big guy, I'm AJ Good. This is X Sports Live. We'll see you guys next week.